welcome to Scorched Earth and a general looking for the lesson reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon or Ascendant for the month of December. I hope you are well. I'm using the Llewellyn Tarot for you today. Now, I've been doing these readings solidly for about two years, I think, and I mothballed them back in the summer because I needed to reclaim a bit of time back for myself. But I decided as a Christmas present to you all, I would do them for December. So water signs are today, and the next elements will be next Friday and the Friday after and the Friday after that, which will take us very neatly up to Christmas Eve. So the reason that I started doing these readings was because it was something that I'd started doing for myself. I believe that there is a lesson or wisdom or whatever you want to see within every experience and interaction that we have, if we are open to seeing it, and too often we're not. So I got into a practice of being like, right, why am I in the energy that I'm in at the moment? What is it trying to teach me? What is this experience trying to teach me? What is this person trying to teach me? And I found it was a way of navigating through what could be really challenging energy if I could kind of lift my gaze and see where I was going. And so I started doing it here on the channel too, and I think it's worked quite well. So the way it works is we will pull 3 cards for your current energy, and it will act somewhat like an energetic snapshot, if you will. This is where you are. And then the next 3 cards will be why you are there in the first place. And then we will close out with 3 cards of advice. I'll try not to pull any clarifiers, but I'm open to breaking my own rules if I need to. And we take it from there. It's an exercise in perspective more than anything else. So, with that said, let's get on with this. Can I have 3 cards for Pisces current energy, please? There's the first one. We have the Fool. We have the High Priestess, which is you. And we have the Strength card. This is really powerful, straight off 3 major arcana. It's like you are definitely in a state of being aware that the universe is acting upon you at this point. We've got the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck here, and it speaks to resilience, it speaks to boundaries, it talks about picking yourself up and putting yourself in a position to be able to protect yourself and enforce your boundaries. It's character building stuff is what it is. And we have, with the, I'll flip this around so you can see, we have the Fool card and the High Priestess. You are starting a new cycle. I don't think that it's quite as comfortable as it could be with the Strength card here. Yeah, the Strength card is a beautiful card of personal growth, but as we are all no doubt aware, the kind of situations that tend to bring about personal growth are the ones that are really challenging, the ones that require you to dig deep. And we see that across these 2 cards here. Oh, excuse me. Let's just pull one out for this Fool here, because I think for you, what you might be experimenting with emotionally and possibly intellectually at this point is the idea of trust and what it means to you and how it expresses itself in your day-to-day life. And this could well be, given the fact that you're coming right next to it there, the way that you trust yourself. Oh, Fool. Because I feel like that's been missing. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Swords taking a hard objective look at what's going on. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles. I swear to God. The 5 of Wands there, speaking to a sense of internal conflict. Now, being as these cards actually came out this way around, what we've got is you looking really objectively about what it is that you are conflicted about. And I can feel how this energy here is dovetailing with the reading for December, which I do vaguely remember, which was about having faith and trust in yourself. Right? That's what we see here with the Fool. Now, if you are struggling to have faith in yourself, if you do not believe that you can achieve, if you do not understand how capable you are, if there's some sort of obstacle to that somewhere, then looking at why that exists in the first place is a really useful exercise for you. And I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords is doing here now. She's like, why the fuck am I like this? Why the fuck can I not take a certain amount of pride in what I do? Why is it that I cannot accept that I am good at something, or I am capable, or I'm just as capable as everybody else? This for you is a point of growth, and it's huge. And I feel like the reason why this is here is because not only is there the character building aspect of it, but it's a case of you kind of returning to the breach of the inside of your own head, the inside of your emotions, and trying to work out exactly why it is that this obstacle exists. Now, we're gonna pull some cards as to why you're in this energy at the first place, but I feel like we've kind of answered the question there. But let's have a look. Why is Pisces in this energy? We have the Sun. We have the Tower. Wow. One more, please. Thank you. And the Four of Swords. I mean, all that major arcana is pretty fucking intense, Pisces. You must be feeling the weight of the importance of what you're trying to work out here. But the reason why it is happening, I feel, is because it is trying to get you to accept your authentic self. Now, I think if you're lucky, you have people around you who see you for who you are and love you for who you are, and perhaps they might, they might be the ones who make a noise about your accomplishments for you. But we're not talking about needing great fanfare, there's a theme tune when you walk into the room or anything like that. But Pisces, you do need to know who you are, and what you can do as a kind of statement of fact, rather than anything that has necessarily any kind of emotional attachment to it here, because you seem to be emotionally attached to the idea that you cannot do things, or that you are not successful, or any one of these things. And the Tower is here because it's blowing up the way that you consciously observe yourself. I like the fact that the Four of Swords is here, because it talks about arrest, it talks about healing, it talks about all those sorts of things, but it's also my card of meditation, and this word observer is quite important in the state of meditation, because in meditation what you're not trying to do is stop your brain from doing anything. What you're trying to get is a detached view as an observer as to what your thoughts are doing, letting them kind of, swing backwards and forwards. I think the Headspace app put it really, really well when, and this was the thing that made meditation click for me, was that your thoughts are like a motorway, loads and loads of lanes of motorway going in each direction. And each one of the vehicles that is on that is one of your thoughts. And the idea of meditation is to scramble up the hillside and sit on the top and be able to watch them all. You don't have to react to any of them because you are not there in that thing. You're up on the hillside and you can watch it from, a bird's eye view. The way that you observe yourself, the way that you possibly the way that you narrate your history and your present and the potential for your future is all a little bit up in your face as things have been. This is about kind of pulling away from it and with this very objective energy, be able to see yourself for who you are. Just be authentically and unapologetically Pisces. Here I am. This is what I can do. This is what I bring to the table. Because I feel like I've been talking about this for a little while with you, Pisces. I feel like there are big changes that you are bringing to your life, but you need first to have the faith that you are able to do them, right? Shake the tower, bring everything down, and then rebuild in a manner of your choosing. And I think too often you get a little bit concerned about rocking the boat, and that stops you from bringing the tower, which means it's keeping you small where you could be bigger. Okay. Give me some advice for Pisces, please. we've got the World card there. One that's fallen down on the fucking floor. Ace of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. That's absolutely stunning. So we have the end of a cycle being intimated here. Okay. Which, and for you, it's really interesting because I feel like you can't take these leaps of faith. You can't express this trust in yourself that actually whatever comes along, you're probably going to be able to deal with it because you've dealt with everything up until this point and you've learned a lot along the way. You know, the triggering point for the end of the cycle, where you might bring the Tower, in fact, and where you can embrace the Fool energy here, is knowing that there's a Fool after the World. It's like that point there means that I can tidy everything up here, and I have faith that whatever I'm coming up against, I will be able to deal with from that point on. And then we have this, you know, solid attention here with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you know, you can talk about a new job or, you know, a new place to live, or so some new way of improving your material situation. But because I see the Pentacles as energetic currency, what this also means is it's talking about a point of attention for you, right? Where you can invest something, a new focal point. When you deal with all of that there and you have faith in whatever comes along you'll be able to deal with, it means you can take your attention away from, take your energy away from any of this kind of potential negative self-talk that you might indulge in every now and again, and go, actually, do you know what, I'm going to take all of that energy that I used to put into that and I'm just going to expend it into doing something new, because who knows what I could create. I've got an idea about what I could create if I did that. And the Knight of Swords, oh, I'm really mixing up all of my elements today. The Knight of Wands is that energy of being exceedingly present, right? We're not stuck in a past narrative. Like, everything is being judged on the way that it presents in the here and now. So there's none of your kind of negative self-talk that is colouring the possibilities for the Ace of Wands here. And the ability to be able to move on a sixpence, spin on a sixpence, as we say in the UK, right? To just turn really, really fast. When presented with an opportunity, or even in the creation of an opportunity, the spotting of an opportunity, there, I can do that. I'm going to jump on it. Kind of eradicate that that initial resistance that is caused by a concern that you might not be able to do anything with it. I think this is really, really positive stuff, Pisces, and it runs quite deep, because whenever the Tower hits, and fucking hell, I did all the December readings, and I think just about everybody got the Tower. I think maybe Sagittarius didn't, but all of the other signs were dealing with Tower kind of energies here. It is a far more healthy thing to, I think, to be able to bring the Tower to your own situation than wait and have to deal with the reaction when it comes and hits you sideways. The end results are possibly the same, but one is considerably less effort than the other, and usually less painful than the other too. So whatever you're doing, Pisces, keep it up, and anything that makes you feel just a little bit more capable, or a little bit more aware or accepting of your own capabilities, is something to really lean into, as well as working out why the obstacle there is in there in the first place. I mean, why do you talk to yourself like that? Why do you do yourself down? Don't do it, Pisces. None of us know how much time we have left, and it's a waste of your energy to give your attention to that kind of negative self-talk. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Know that I love you all very, very much, and I will see you soon.